Good morning. Today I am going to discuss about the data cleaning task of data wrangling process. So data cleaning actually refers to the removal of unwanted characters or unwanted data, which is also called as bad data, missing data, and any other characters which are not relevant to our data. Okay, so here to start with, I am going to deal with the missing data and the bad data. How to treat this data? So let us start some programming session here. I have a program session. I thought enough theory has been discussed earlier. So let us start with this program session. I am using the Spider IDE for this, and here I am going to use a data set called the Walmart sales for 45 stores. So this is the data. So let me to see in a better way. I am selecting this data and I am changing the font to at least 14, or I think I will go a bit 16. So this is, I think you will be able to see clearly now. So this is this has the first column store, the second one is date, then third one is weekly sales, fourth one is all-day flag, fifth one is temperature. So let us separate these things to view in a better way. So this is what you have. Actually, this is the data set which I have taken from the Kaggle website, and I have taken the data set. There were no bad data in that one. There were no missing data. So what I have created artificially, I have removed some of the valid data and I made it some missing values. I filled with some of the cells with some special characters which are not a part of the data. Okay, so that's why I call this as Walmart sales data set modified. So this is the modification which is done by me, and this is what I think. Let me increase some more probably. Let us convert to 80. So this is, I think this is a bit better. So here the first column store, second one is data, date, third one weekly sales, fourth one holiday flag, fifth one temperature, then seventh one fuel, CPI, then unemployment. So these are the things. So let us explore first this, what are the things are there. Let us explore this one. Here visually, when we explore manually and visually, I have a missing data here under the temperature, and one more missing set is here under the unemployment. So let me go a bit further. Here there is a missed column, missed value, missed cell there. Again there is a missed cell here another missed cell, and I am looking for some characters here missing again. So I am just scrolling, you can also observe this. At least one character I want to see because this is a long file. This is manually a tedious job. So let us do it automatically. What are the characters here? What are the special characters replaced? Okay, manually if we want to see like this, it will take a lot of time. So probably we'll go to our program session and explore these things. Okay. So first what I will do, this is the file name. I have this file name, Walmart sales dataset modified. I am reading to the data frame DF. I am reading this contents into data frames without specifying any options. So in this, what happens is the missing values when it load to the spider environment or the data frame here. So here it will be shown as a not a number, nonce. All missed values will appear as nonce. Okay, that is in the in this environment. Okay, first I am clearing this environment, clearing the console, and I have the variable explorer, and I want to remove this also. I don't want. I want to clean it up. So now the memory, all variables are clear. Then console is clean. Now I am going to read this. I am importing pandas for that, and I am importing pandas and specifying the path here by importing OS. By importing OS, I am changing the directory to my pen drive, that is drive D, and where my data file is stored. Okay, so I am executing now the code selected. So here, if you see in the console, you have the DF now. So let us see the first three lines. That is, I am printing the header. Now first three rows. So this is what you have, the three rows. This is what you have. The index is default index 0, 1, 2, and I have, because it's more than 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, more than 5, 6, 5 here. It is shown as a dotted mode here. So etc. Here. There are other things here. We see how many rows are there here. 3 rows are there. These are the first 3 rows. Then columns are 8. Instead of 8 columns, it is showing only 5. Now, let us print the tail part of that. So 4, the last 4, I am printing. So if you see here, this is basically the last index is 6434. So basically number of rows in this data set is 6435 because the index starts with 0. So this is the 0 index here, 0 to 6434. So total number of rows are 6435. Now let us see the shape of this one. So the data frame is DF now. For us, the working data frame is DF. Now this is the DF dot shape. Let us see the shape of this one. So here you can clearly see that the number of rows are 6435 and the number of columns are 8. That means 8 attributes are there in this data set. So let us print the row labels. So this is row labels can be accessed using df.access 0. Access 0 means rows, access 1 means columns. So df.access 0, it is basically a range starting from 0 to 6435 because it's a default range, default index, and same thing if I use df.index also, same thing I will get. Okay, so df.index also I will get same thing here. Now column labels. df dot access 1. So this is what I have. Column labels. What are the column labels here? Store, date, weekly sales, holiday flag, temperature, fuel price, consumer price index, and CPI and unemployment. Okay, so this is basically these are the 8 column labels, and let us see the structure of this data set. df dot info. So I want to get the structure of this one. What kind of data objects are there in this? So here when I see there are 0 to 7, 8 attributes are there. First attribute store is int64. See the markings with the blue color. I am marking with blue color all the cells, all the values which I am going to select through my mouse. So here I said 0 to 7. These are the attributes of this data set. First attribute is store. It is integer 64. Date. It is an object basically. Weekly sales. Float 64. Holiday flag. Object it is. So let us see the numerical part of this first. That is store. Integer 64. Weekly sales. Float 64. Temperature. Float 64. There are 3 numerical data numerical attributes. Other things are non-numerical attributes. Okay. So let us see this. That is what is shown here. Float 64 2, int 64 1, total 2 plus 1 3 here, and objects are 5. Okay. So now let us see the unique values. df dot n unique. In this data set, what are the unique values? How many unique values are there? If I take stores, there are 45. There are 45 unique values. They are repeating to make a total of 6,435. Okay, this is what you have, 6,435. If you see here in this structure itself, you can see here, for example, 6,435. All are there. Then in holiday flag, I have 6433 only. That means 2 are not having the proper data. So it may be missed data or it may be special characters. Then when I take temperature, in this one, I have 6,431. It means 4 are not valid data, valid cells. In that one, there must be missing again, or nans, or some bad data. Okay. And fuel price, it is full, 6,435, no invalid data. Then CPI, no invalid data. Then again, unemployment, I have 6430. It means 5 values are invalid in this case. So like this, these are some values. Now, let us see the unique values here. The stores, it has 45 unique values. They are distributed over 6,435 cells. Then I have holiday flag, that is 4 distinct values are there. So those things what we will see in the next instruction. Okay, like this, these are the unique values. Number of unique values in each attribute. So let us see here something. So this is what we have. We are basically exploring here. What is that? We use count equal to df dot is null. This is the command I used here. Here I am highlighting in the console. That is count equal to df dot is null. Method is null dot sum. So what I am doing here, in this df data set, I am checking for nulls. How many nulls are there in each attribute? Again, I am summing them. That means in each column, first I am finding in each column here, then I am summing. So in the stores, so this is the output of this instruction. In that one, stores 0. That means nulls are 0. Date means no nulls. Weekly sales no nulls. But holiday flag there are 2 nulls. And temperature column or attribute has 4 nulls. And unemployment has 5 nulls. So total, if I take, this is what I have here. So total 2 plus 4 plus 5. Total 11 basically. Okay. And now let us see the not a number. So here same thing I got even for not a number also. Here not a number or nulls. Both are same. After the data is loaded into data frame, pandas data frame, all missed values will be replaced with nans. Okay. So whether you use is null or nan, it doesn't matter. Let us see the variable here. We have the variable here also. This is the data set here. So if you see this data set here, so there in our data set, see here we have seen the data set in the CSV file. There in that one data file, I have replaced this value with null. But in the environment, in the variable explorer, in the memory, it is showing as not a number. Here also there is one not a number. Okay, here not a number. So this is the variable space basically, and this is within the spider environment. RAM basically this is nothing but RAM, working memory. And if you continue, here also you have one nan is there. See here there is one nan. So like that you can. There is one more nan here. There is one more nan. And here there is one more nan. All missed values are replaced with nans. Okay. So I am closing this variable explorer. Now let us come back to the console again. Now, so what it means, whether I take null, see the editor here, whether I take is null method or is NA, not a number. Both are same. Both I got the same result. Then here I am counting df dot is NA dot sum and again sum. So what I am doing here, all this sum, I should get 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5, 11 I must get. Okay, because I am getting column wise summation and total summation is the number of cells, total cells in the data set. So it is showing as 11. So basically this is column wise sums and you are summing again then. So this is 2 plus 4 plus 5, that is nothing but 11 here. So now let us summarize the data. So I just want to show these commands here. This is summarizing the data, is basically done by describe, is a statistical summary of only numerical columns. Objects it won't do, it will operate only on the arrays, numerical arrays. Here I am setting the option using a lambda function here. What is this lambda function? There is nothing but x equal to percentage dot 3f. So after the decimal, 3 digits I am displaying. Okay. And what is this one? This is the actual value. Okay. So that is the setting I am doing here first. After setting I am describing. Okay. So if I describe, for example, if I am selecting only the describe, I have not set the option here for printout. I am executing this one. So if you see here, how it is showing, see here weekly sales is showing as exponential notation here, and store if I take, this is 23.00000. 6 zeros are there. So 6 digits it is showing. Even temperature also it is showing 6 digits. Okay, that is because it may not be that much important for us all digits. That's why PD dot set option. See my highlighting. This is what instruction I has selected, and I'm executing this one to display only up to 3 digits. Okay. Now after setting that one, I am now again describing this. If you see this description, you can compare this with the previous one. So here basically 6431 dot 6 zeros has become 6431 dot 3 zeros here. Similarly here 23.3 zeros, here it was 23.6 zeros. So I have reduced the number of digits so that I can easily view it. And the weekly sales here, it being a very large number there, it is showing as exponential in the exponential format. So to avoid that one, I have converted the display option to float, that is up to 3 digits float. Okay. Now, so in this one, if you see here, this is the count. This is the count. All are 6435 except temperature, that is 6431. That means the temperature column has less count. There are 4 values to be explored. What are those 4 values? We will see. Okay, and that is among this numerical, and there may be bad data among the objects also. Okay, so now take the, so here take the temperature. I will take this first temperature value counts. So these are the value counts, and in fact the distinct values, they are 3, 5 to 8. So these are all repeating. Of course here we are not able to see those missed values here. Now let us see this somewhere. Let us see this. So this is what is there. If you see here, DF holiday flag. So I am selecting the holiday flag column, that is attribute, and in that one I am finding the unique values. So if you see here, the output is 0, 1, not a number, percentage, and double hash. So these are the characters. That means the holiday flag has 0 value, 1 value, and not a number value also, and dollar value, some bad data, special characters also it has. Okay, so total 5. Now if you see the info, for example, dot info, let us print it again. We print here, see holiday flag here, it is 33. 33 non-null. Other things are nulls. 2 are nulls in this actually. Okay. That they are nothing but they are shown as not a number here. There are 2 nans must be. And other things are, these are the special characters. Okay. So that is what you have. I mean exactly count you won't get here because you have to do further analysis on that one. Because here in the info we have seen all. Okay. So temperature is a numerical field. But here unemployment is an object. Okay. So there are some differences which you can directly cannot see. So you need multiple steps there. And this is the flag. I am counting the value counts. If you see value counts here, 0 is contained in 5981 cells. Then 1 is contained in 450. Then I have dollar happening once and double hash happening once. Okay. So this is the content of this. So if you add this, what is that you are getting? 6433. Okay, there are 6433. So other twos, the not a number, the other two must be not a number. Okay, this is value counts is not counting the nans. It is when it is counting, it is ignoring the nans or missing values. Okay, so here if you add these things, so bad data, there are two cells in the holiday flag. In the holiday flag column, I have two missing values which are not displayed here, whose count is not shown here, and there are two bad datas, $1 and double dash, that is 1. So nans are missing values are 2. This is 2 plus 2, total 4. 4 plus 5981 plus 450. So it counts to 6435. Okay, so that is what you have here, 6433. Of course, excluding the nans here. So that is what you have. We are exploring different things, and let us go to unemployment value counts. So here, if you see the unemployment in this one, we have, these are the datas, valid datas. Invalid data, ampersand is there and question mark is there. So this is two values and two cells are ampersands. One cell is containing question mark. Okay, total 3. So this is what you have. Now let us go to info again. So in info, what is this one? What is that we have seen now? We have seen the unemployment. Okay. So let us see this unemployment here in the info. Unemployment is 6430. That means 5 values are not valid data, valid values. Okay. It is not a valid data. Out of 5, there are 3 bad characters are there in 3 cells. The remaining 2 are nans. Okay. So that is how you can explain. But this kind of thing, because if first class on this, we are doing manually, but these kind of things are not done manually. Mostly it will be done automatically, or maybe very rarely it is done as semi-automatically also. Okay, so maybe some human intervention is needed, but you have to clean all this data before you really start the process. Okay, so now further we'll go further to explore this. So let us read this command. The variable name itself indicates the meaning of this one, that is index missing rows. So here what I am going to do is, I am trying to list all the rows where there is a null. That means there is a nan or there is a missing value, nan or missing value. Because missing value in data frame, we don't see any missing value. Only in the here, for example, only in this case, I mean, when you open the file, when you open, this is basically Excel, and okay, when you open the Excel application, so let me move fast. So here, somewhere, you have seen some missed values, correct? So here there is a missed value. Then here there is a missed value, here there is a missed value. Okay, so some missed values are there. These missed values are appearing as blank with Excel application, but in Spider environment and when you in Pandas data frame, they appear, null means they appear as nans basically. Okay, so now what I am going to do, I am trying to locate the rows where there is a null or not another. Okay, and here what is this one? Any access equal to 1. That means the null null column wise I am seeing here. Let us say axis equal to 1 means column. Axis equal to 1 means column. In this column, any column if I take, in this column, any of this. So if there are 8 columns, out of 8, let us say only one column in one row. Okay. So in only one column, see I am talking about one row basically. In one row, consider all columns. That is axis equal to 1. Any of these columns contain null. Out of 8 columns, let us say in one row, out of 8 columns only one null is there. Then total 1 or 2, any number. If there is a null, one null or 2 nulls or 3 nulls, doesn't matter. So that row is taken here. Okay, that means the row index is read here. Okay, so index missing rows. This is the variable which I am collecting to find the rows with null values in any of the columns. Okay, so this is what you have. Index, let me execute this one. So this is what you have here, and these are the, let me print these values here. So here 4, 0 to 4, that means 0th and 4th. In 4th it is true. That means there is a missing value here. Other things are not listed here. And where there is a false means there are no missing values here. Where there is a true means there is a missing value. Okay, that is what is the condition. Now this using as the index, I am slicing or I am collecting all the rows in the data frame which have null values. Okay, so this is what is missing in rows. So let me print this. So this is what you have, the result, final result. If you see here, 4, 13, 36, 109, these are the index. 5065, these are the, this first column is the indices, default indices of the rows. These indices means row index, basically row indices. And here there are some things which are not shown, and here you have the nans. So these are the missing values in unemployment. Here the 5 nans, already we identified that there are 4 nans or 4 missing values. They are nothing but these rows. Okay, and here what about this? Here 8160 is there. In this one it appears something, nothing is missing, but actually not 8 columns are shown here. Okay, if you can display the remaining columns also in this, you can find the nulls in this here also. Okay, in the same way we have, and in one of these columns here it is unemployment clearly visible, and in this case in the date column no nulls, weekly sales no nulls, fuel price no nulls, CPI no nulls, and nulls are there in the other things which are not shown here. Okay. So with this, for example, I am executing this. What I am doing? I am taking the store, weekly sales, holiday flag. These 3 columns. I am taking, and from the missing rows, what are the missing rows? So these are the missing rows here. Okay, how many are there? 10 are there. These 10 rows are there. Okay. In these 10 rows, which belong to store, weekly sales, holiday. Okay, because here when I see stores, weekly sales, and holiday flag. Here holiday flag is not visible. In this data, holiday flag is not visible. Okay. So what I am doing, this I am taking here, and of course along with our stores and weekly sales also I am taking, because why I am taking these three? These three are numerical features. So that is the reason I am taking this, and I am executing the selection. Why not selected here? Let me select this. So this is what I have selected. I have executed here. Now DF11 is available for me. What is the shape of this DF11? 10 by 3. Okay, 10 by 3. So this is what is DF11. Let us see this. So this is what is DF11. DF11 is another data frame extracted from the original data frame. Okay, and what are the rows I am extracting? I am considering the rows in which there is a mystery value. Only those rows. There are 10 rows here. These 10 rows, when I considered, that means holiday flag contains, there is another man here. Okay, and this is not visible here because the holiday flag in this data, holiday flag is not displayed. Okay, it is there in between. It is to be displayed there, as there is no space, and it is a standard way of printing in this Python environment. It has not created it has not printed all 8. So in this one, holiday flag is there, and separately now I have selected this holiday flag column, and I can find now the nans available here. Okay, and in the same way, temperature. So these are the things. Let us see. In fact, temperature is also fuel flag temperature. These are also numerical values. But what happened? Because when we introduced the some special characters there, it is taking it as an object there. Okay. So let us take this also. Let us DF21. What is this one? DF21. So this is what we have. In the first one, when we printed all 8, here, these are the columns with one of the cells missing values in these rows. Okay, and here temperature is not visible and holiday flag is not visible. Holiday flag we could display as explained just now, and now I am considering temperature, fuel price, CPI, and unemployment. Of course, this unemployment already we have printed there. It is not serving additional purpose, but however, I have selected these objects as they are objects. I am selecting these objects. Okay, after treating these missing values, after correcting for these missing values, again whatever analysis I did now, we will repeat the same thing and we will see how they have changed. Okay, so here in temperature we have one nan here, total 4 nans are there. Okay, so this is what you have. Some kind of exploration. Basically, this is the initial exploration, visual exploration we are doing. Okay, I think we will continue this. In the next lecture, and how we are going to deal with these missing values. So we have to process these missing values with some. We have to do some action. We have to take on this. Then after taking the action, we have to write this data to a file. Then we will identify the values, whether we have done it correctly or not. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your attention.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.